Morning YouTubers, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, in this episode I'm going to take you on a tour of the plot. I'm going to show you what the plot looks like. But before I do all that, what I'm going to do, I've got some broad beans that I'm going to be sticking in the back of the bed near the chickens. Now this is the third attempt. The first attempt, 6 inches of snow fell on it, and it got down to, I think it was about -12, -13 that night, and it basically froze the beans to the snow, and then we had another couple of inches of snow on top of that, and that was the end of the first lot of broad beans, which was doing really well. We had them covered in fleece. There was 12 inches high. It was doing wonderfully. And then we thought, well, we'll start again. We planted some more, and there was about 8-9 inches tall. A few more days, I thought we'll put them outside. And then what do? We have the hottest day of the year, 123 degrees inside the greenhouse. In fact, it broke the bloody thermometer. That's what it was stopped at, 123. And they opened the door. To my horror, the broad beans were flat on the floor, or flat on the bottom on the tray. We tried to give them some water, revive them, but as that Monty Python sketch, that parrot's dead. Well, so was them broad beans. So that was strike two. So I thought, sod it, we're going to put them directly into the bed. So I've got these express, that's what they're called. They're fast germinating, and they're fast growing, early cropping. So I thought we'll go and stick them in to the bed. So we got down there, and well, we didn't have a trowel, but we didn't need a trowel, because you're going to see the clip in a minute. You might see a little tiny jump in the picture. That's because we had an ice cream van playing music, and YouTube are very fond of sanctioning you if you hear any sort of sound in the background. Baking soda, point in case a few years back, he got sanctioned because of it. So you've got to be careful what's playing in the background. If you've got a radio on your plot and it's playing some music, the buggers will have you, so you got to be careful. Anyway, there was bloody ice cream van playing, so you might see it jump a bit. But anyway, let's get down there and show you where I put the beans, and I'll show you how I put the beans in. Pretty simple, really. This is where we're going to be putting these broad beans, and I just realised the ground needs a bit fluffing up. I haven't brought my hoe, I haven't brought anything really, but I have brought my hands. Now watch this. There you go. Just give them a quick. Some people wish they could do that. So what I'm going to do now is directly sow these beans into the bed. So if the camera goes dead and it comes back on, it's because we've got an ice cream truck playing music in the background, and YouTube sanction any sort of music on your videos what are copyrighted. So I've got to be careful. Baking soda once got a mark against him because of it, playing bloody ice cream truck playing music, and he got a sanction. Bit ridiculous really, but that happens. We're gonna have to just cut the video and enjoy it. So anyway, these are the beans, and express AGMs. And what we're going to do, we're going to put 2 and just sink them in with his thumbs. 2 per cane, and let Mother Nature take its course. I don't bother what's he calling them, chitting them out like that. That one's, well, we just did that bloody ice cream van again, so I've had to stop the stop the camera, but we're quick enough, we're going to get them all in. Believe it or not, we've just got enough to do. Got 4 left. We've got 4 more canes here to do here, so let's get them in. Thumb deep. I don't know if you can see that at all. Sorry, my shoulder's in the way there. So there you go. Let's direct sowing. We put 2 per cane. So hopefully these might stand a chance, and you know, they look like they might stand a chance. So they've got a better chance in here, and in that bloody greenhouse I keep killing things. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see me girls there. There they are, all watching me. So I'm just going to get some water now and give them a quick hose in. Well, actually, I don't need to. The ground's lovely and damp, so they should germinate in next to no time. Give them a week. Give them a week or 2. We should start to see some growth here in these beds. Anyway, that's it. That's the broad beans. The 3rd attempt, Express AGM. Apparently fast growing, early maturing, so we wait with bated breath on them. Say see ya, girls. Bup, 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 bup. See ya. So there you go, done and dusted. Hopefully in the next week or 2, or next week maybe, you might be able to see them. I planted them finger deep, about 3 inches deep, so you know they've got a bit to grow, but once they come up I reckon they'll be okay, as long as we don't have any more hard frosts and what have you. So fingers crossed with that. Anyhow, I'm going to take you on a tour of the allotment now. I'm going to show you what everything looks like. We're not going in the greenhouses because I've got a lot of things there to show you before I actually get you in there. But I'm sure you won't be disappointed with the allotment as it stands. We've got a couple of jobs what we need to do. I'll explain more on the walk around. So let's. Well, there's hardly any wind blowing today. Probably 1 or 2 mile an hour westerly wind. Very overcast today. It will be for the next 6 or 7 days, so I've been informed. Anyway, I thought we'll have a quick walk around the plot, show you what's going on. The planters are all, well, these hanging baskets are all, they've got flowers in, but the leaves are shut. When the sun's out, they open. You've never seen them open as wide in your life. This is a new flowers which are coming up. Now you remember this was full of different flowers in the last couple of episodes ago. Well, they all died back, and now it's the turn for these tulips. Unfortunately these are top heavy. I should have tied them up, but they flopped over. Anyway, nonetheless they still look beautiful, and they are my favourite of all the tulips. We got more tulips just here. Tulips there, a couple of purple ones, red ones. Again, on the other side of that bench you got purples and daffodils and what have you. We got tulips coming up along the strawberries as well, but there's a lot of gladiolas in there all the way around the borders, and they'll be coming up shortly. There's even flowers on the strawberries, so what I've got to be careful of is a bloody frost, and I know we'll probably get one. I have got a cover. Whether I get it on in time I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. The daffodils have passed the best now, well the smaller ones are. As you can see, more tulips are coming up around the borders. Now this looked glorious a couple of days ago, but we've had a load of rain and the daffodils have gone over, but I have shown you I've got some fantastic shots of these, so I will be showing you a clip of them. Again, that gooseberry that we transplanted, it's got flowers all over it and it's doing wonderfully. Some beautiful daffodils there in amongst them, but they'll die back shortly. Again, more gooseberries there, and that one there's a black currant. Again, we've got a few black currants, and we've got a fig there in this one. This bed is absolutely full of different varieties of tulips and daffodils. We've got a pile of these tulips here are absolutely wonderful. These purple with yellow flecks in. Again, we've got more tulips coming up. The tat have died back, but as one falls, over rises. Along the back here, the planters. We're going to be changing these planters, by the way. We've got some really good ones. I'll show you them in a bit, or a couple of them anyway. But as you can see, along the back here, the tulips are coming up. These ain't come up yet, and the flowers are all coming back on the bushes. There's even rose bush there with which is taking off, and then you've got all the daffodils and tulips here. I've got to be careful. There's a bird nesting in there, and there's two birds nesting in that box up in the two boxes up there. There's a wren nesting in the green cupboard, and there's a robin underneath there, so I don't know anything about here too much. Let's walk along here, just show you these tulips and daffodils. Well, you can see the rhubarb in there. This is a rhubarb bed, but there's a few tulips in it, as you can see. Lots of different varieties of tulips coming all the way along the back and down the sides and along the front. Now it's the turn of the daffodils. The tulips have all died back, and well, the daffodils are taking over. This here is a red currant tree. It's been grafted onto some dwarf tree stock. You won't get more than 1.5 meters high. And the same with these gooseberries. These have been grafted onto some dwarf tree. These are dwarf trees, grafts anyway. And you've got a red, white currant, raspberries, not raspberries, bloody gooseberries. Let's get it right. Turning along here. These are all currants, mainly black, but we've got a few red and white there. Lupins along here. These daffodils have passed the best now, but I've got some cracking pictures of these, so I will show you. And again, these beautiful tulips here, look at these are absolutely awesome. So I've got better shots of these, so I'll be showing you them as well. As you can see, flowers and the leaves are coming back onto the bushes. Down here we've got more tulips. We've got sedum there, and in amongst the seed, actually we've got some lilies, and you've got daffodils, tulips all the way along. We'll go back up that way in a minute because a few other things I want to show you. These are the raspberries, not raspberries, they're the raspberries, and they're all firing up now. These are currants, red, white, red, white, red. You can see where the ground's cracking up. It's very dry last few days, but everything's doing really well. You've got the two beautiful roses here in these planters, and again you've got more tulips and daffodils coming up, and there's even more to come out of this bed yet. Then you've got the summer bulbs as well, but it's absolutely awesome. Inside there we've just got a load of strawberries and what have you. Coming along here, like I say, you've got the sedum. There's dahlias in amongst these lot as well. We've got aspelia, pink aspelia. These are these bushes here. Sedum. These are perfect for the butterflies and the bees. As you can see, all the way along. We've even got some Afghan poppies. There's one there, and there's just one here coming up. But you can see the tops of these daffodils are starting to fall now. So we'll be in that bed taking the tops off and tidying it all up shortly. We won't be taking the stems off. We let them fall flat on the floor. But as I say, we've actually got more daffodils coming up there. Everywhere you look's daffodils. So that's the front part of the plot. Moving on down to the back part. We've got some winter onions what are doing okay. Need to lift these nets up. We've got some shallots in there. They're not doing too well, but they're hanging in. They're the golden gourmet, and we've also got red sun over there. And just outside of the that blue thing, we've got 4 rows of Stuttgarter onions, and we sowed some broad beans in there yesterday. I'll show you me doing that in a bit. If not, we'll do that first, so you'll see that before we've done it. Here you got lemon balm either side of this bench, and these are the containers that we've got. We've got 10 of them in total, and we're going to be replacing the old planters and using these ones. These are a variety of tulips. There's all sorts of different flowers in here as well. And like I say, as one falls, another one rises. There me girls. Well, some of them. The others are in the nest box lane. Down here we got the rhubarb. Let's have a quick shuffle down here. We can't walk along the back, so I'm going to have to walk back up, but the rhubarb's all the way along here is doing wonderfully. We'll be picking some of that later. This, I was going to train it up against the fence here. This is called a black Hamburg. As you can see, it's buds all over it. The only problem is there's nowhere to put it along the back, so I don't know what to do with it yet. I was thinking might train it over the top of this little shed. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's go and have a look over here. See, it's like bloody crazy paving here with that dry spell that we had. It's cracked everything up, but it's only superficial. It's only the top. Underneath it's okay. And what we got in here, we've got Centurion and what's the other one? Centurion, and I can't think what the other one is, but it's just full of onions. Stir on, that's it. So there's stir on in there, and all these little white peckles have all coming from this bloody tree. It's the first one to fire up every year, and it covers me plot in all these little buds. You can see the potatoes are covered in them. Starting from the back there, we've got 5 Cara, 5 Maris Piper, 5 Sal Palmeiras, 5 Carlingfords, 5 Victor, and 5 Sessanta. Got some more blueberries over here, which I forgot to mention. The blueberries on the front of the plots in absolutely wonderful. This is an empty bed. We're going to be turning this over sometime in a week. I need to lift this net off here because the Germador, Casablanca, Solent White and Porcelain White are actually pushing the nets up now, and it won't be long before this bed will become clear. Another 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks. They've already been in nearly 5.5 months, so you know, it only takes about 6.5 months, and they're looking good anyway. They're very healthy, and this sun and everything that we've had has actually brought them on no trouble at all. But this, you see wood chipping here. This was all come out the chicken pen, the floor, and that's why they're doing so well. Just have a quick look at the pond. Well, you can't see now, but in there are literally tens of thousands of tadpoles, and they soon be crawling out. That isn't nettles, that's lemon balm. They put a couple of rose trees in here, and there's some buds on them already. Another one over there with buds on. We're trying to save this bay tree. It's been underwater for 6 months, and we put a couple of holes in the bottom of the pot, and it's starting to pick up a bit, so we've got to tidy that up shortly. We've got more Aspelia there. That's red Aspelia, and the fig is starting to come back to life. We've got a blueberry over there, and as you can see, we're getting blossoms on the trees. And in a couple of weeks' time, what we will be doing, once the blossoms have set, the fruit's set, we're going to start hanging these all over the trees. There's 4 there now, but what we do, we put beer into them, and it gets rid of all not the bumblebees, it gets rid of all the wasps and the flies. We don't do it until the fruits have set. That way any of the honeybees are not affected with it, and we've not had any of the honeybees in them traps. It's basically the the wasps and the flies that we get in, and last year we got a 20% better harvest. Inside there, like I say, is a blueberry. So there we go, really. You can see all the blossoms coming on. We just hope we don't get a frost too soon. The snowdrops are dying back now. We'll let them go flat on the floor, and then we'll just trim them in about 2 weeks time, cover them over with a bit of wood chip, and they'll come back twice as strong and twice as many next year. So yeah, there we go. That's a look at the back part of the plot, and last look at the front part. Oh, some little sparrows there on the feeders. So there you go, folks, that's what the plot's looking like right this moment in time. So there you go, that's what the plot's looking like now. Some of the flowers have gone over slightly and some have come up better. So we've got a clip what we're going to paste onto this right at the very end of all the flowers. Put out a bit of music. These are the next lot of flowers. Now we've already had some beautiful blooms coming up. They've all died back, and it's the ones what you see now are totally different to the ones you've seen in the last episode or two ago. Like so, yeah, these are all different, and again these will fade back and more will come, and that's what we've been trying to do all the way through April, is to get flowers blooming, and hopefully we can keep that going into May, and we might have a bit of a dry patch around about June, but you know, there's lots and lots of summer bulbs to be coming up as well, and we'll be having a look at the dahlias as well shortly, how they're doing, if they're doing at all. You know, I'll keep you in suspense with that one. But the job I've got to take care of now is the compost bin at the back of the plot, where you've seen them pallets. I'm going to give 3 pallets to a mate of mine. I think you only need 1. I've got to do a bit of tidying up round the back there. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, but everything's doing well. Everything what we've got in the greenhouses is coming on a treat. I can tell you we've got no room for 70% of the stuff what we got growing. However, I haven't got my brother's plot, so you know, and that's something what we need to sort out. It's not done anything with it really, but we need to get stuck in there sometime. We need to get him off his backside and get him to turn some of the soil over and get it ready for some of these this veg that I've got for him. He doesn't know it yet, but yeah, I've got plenty of veg here in the greenhouses, good to go. So anyway, we're gonna leave this video now. We're gonna leave it, and we're gonna show you some of the flowers which have come up, which you're gonna see them at the best, and hopefully we're still recording all these flowers that are coming up. We'll do another one of these videos in a week or two. So I just want to thank everybody before I show you this clip. Thank everyone for subscribing and leaving comments on the channel, and giving us the old thumbs up. And well, all to do now is to roll this clip, and I think you might enjoy the flowers which I've actually recorded. That's some awesome flowers, and well, here they come, guys. See you real soon.